You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way up to, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Batard. B-A-T-A-R-D. That's shopify.com/Batard. B-A-T-A-R-D. Now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Batard. Now's a good time to remember where the story of tequila started. In 1795, the first tequila distillery was opened by the Cuervo family. And 229 years later, Cuervo is still going strong. Family owned from the start, same family, same land. Now's a good time to enjoy Cuervo, the tequila that invented tequila. Go to Cuervo.com to shop tequila or visit a store near you. Cuervo, now's a good time. Trademarks owned by Becle, SAB the CV. Copyright 2024. Proximo. Jersey City, New Jersey. Please drink responsibly.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Today's episode is sponsored by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
What's up, guys? We had a lot of topics gushing down. But before we get started with any of the stuff that's dominating the sports world, I have to start with this. New rule for the fashion industry. Shorts, pants, don't care what the dresses, skirts. If it has pockets, the pockets have to have zippers. I'm sick and tired of sitting down and, oh, there goes my phone. Oh, there goes my wallet. Zipper me up. Let my belongings be secure. Let me be secure in the knowledge that my AirPods aren't going anywhere. They're going to be right here in my pocket. Because I'm sick and tired. The number I'm talking, the only thing really that holds my stuff is jeans. Jeans are the only clothing that is an open pocket that will not allow you to lose your stuff.
Great take.
Hello, Amin.
Hey, Izzy, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
What happened today, in particular, that made you have to start the show with pocket talk? I do have an opinion on this. I have a lot of zippered shorts and zippered pants, for that matter. Not a huge fan.
Really?
I really only buy them for flag football, and now those are even outlawed. And
they outlawed the zipper shorts.
Yeah, they can rip the zipper right off.
Have you ever put your hand in and out quickly of a shorts or pants with pockets in them?
Yes.
Just can cut your hand.
But you're zipped up.
It's
You're supposed to be zipped up then. That's
well,
the
then
point.
how can you put your hands in your pockets casually? You
Why
gotta
would
look
you-
smooth
No.
sometimes, right?
This is a you thing, Izzy. I mean, come on, put your hands in your pockets smoothly.
I also appreciate me trying to be inclusive of skirts and shorts for women, but those never have pockets, so you don't have to worry about that.
I know. That was 2 years ago. I did that campaign very briefly. I said, hey, let's get the ladies some pockets in their attire. Can we, fashion industry? There you go. Thank you, Lucy, for demonstrating for the video audience.
Jess was saying that no women's clothing has pockets, but Lucy's wearing shorts that have pockets.
Well, she means dresses and skirts.
They have dresses that have pockets now.
Absolutely.
No, but when
still,
they
they don't.
Do you see how excited women get when they say, look, it has pockets?
Thank you, Amin.
These are just
And
fun.
they're all small.
These are just fun. Put your hands in kind of pockets. They're not really let me put valuables in these
But
pockets.
Amin wants his pockets zipped up, so he can't put his hands in his pockets. So then it becomes a whole thing.
Once
you
you've
have to unzip your pockets, then put your hands in. And are you protecting things from falling out? Because in that case, you just got your hands in your stuff with a bunch of stuff in your pockets.
I would argue, and as we are both warm weather residing people, it is way more important to secure your phone and your AirPods than it is to put your hands in your pockets.
The feeling you get, I'm with Amin 100% on this. The feeling you get when you got something in your pocket and you zip it up, I just
does feel secure.
I can do like this whole hip dance where I'm just like swinging my hips.
You can
everywhere.
ride a roller coaster.
Yep.
Exactly right.
No
Check
fear.
the pro list, 100%. But the other side of it is...
I haven't experienced the downside of
Yeah,
it.
have you ever danced and then said, hey, let me put my hands in my pockets now? Well, nope, now you got to unzip and then you got to do it smoothly.
That seems
so you don't
very
clip.
specific. Like you just walk down the street and break out in dances, like that you
Flash
need to-
mob, like we're
yeah,
doing.
what's happening here?
It's a Chris
You
thing.
have a point. I don't want pockets because I don't want the option of looking awkward with my hands in my pockets. You know?
I have shorts right now that actually are best of both worlds. They have 2 pockets, but then they also have a zip pocket on the side, as Billy's looking at right now, that I can put something else, like my wallet, my keys, something a little smaller.
Bird
my phone
dogs
doesn't
have
fit.
those. Fan
But I
of
got 2
those.
for 1.
Like the
Separate
Nike
pockets
like the
with a
Nike
zipper.
Tech Fleece. Nike Tech Fleece has a zipper pocket and then has regular pockets.
Why do you buy shorts with zippers to play flag football?
Because you're not allowed to have pockets at all, right? Because if you reach for a flag and you accidentally stick a finger in the pocket and
Heyo.
pull, it can
Rip
break
your
your finger.
shorts.
There have been plenty of incidents of people breaking their fingers, so they allow
not my flag.
zipping up the pockets. But now they've outlawed those, at least in my league, for a couple of reasons. One, you can get hurt on the actual zipper, and 2, there's no proof that you actually zipped up the zipper. You could have it, opened up and then accidentally have the same injury.
Now, Izzy, can I present to you a different option? You can't put your hands in your pockets. What about the old thumbs in the waistband right here, like a cowboy?
So you don't think you look awkward with your hands in your pockets, or Jess thinks you look awkward with your hands in her pockets, but you don't think you look awkward with your thumb in your waistband. That's totally natural for
How
a female
often are you
Hassan.
guys dancing?
Authoritative. That's what it looks like. You're like, hey, what's up, guys? You got your thumbs right in the waistband right here, and then the 4 fingers are flapped out.
That's
right
usually when I'm like trying to take a picture and I'm awkward. Like I'm standing for a photo. It's like, all right, I'll stand and I'll put my thumb in my pocket. It's just I've ruined
Not in
many a
the po- not in
photo,
the pocket.
many a
It's
group
like-
photo.
It's like right here in the waistband.
So, Amin, we actually had a pocket-related casualty at the last wedding that Leeman and I went to.
Okay.
I decided almost, it was really touch and go. I decided I don't want to bring a purse with me. I'm sick and tired of carrying a purse around all night. I'm just going to go in my dress and that's it. I'm not bringing anything.
I thought you were going to say, I'm just going to have Leeman.
Well, he does carry around my lip gloss for me, but that's separate. So I didn't have a purse, and Leeman didn't have a purse. And so Leeman put his car key. We drove to the wedding, put the car key in his front suit pocket.
Inside?
Inside.
Okay.
Love that
So-
pocket.
Love that pocket.
We go to the wedding.
Can't put too much in it, though.
This seems
True.
dangerous because Lee seems like someone that takes off layers when he dances.
Well, he didn't. He didn't.
Hmm.
We went to the wedding. We went to the reception. We ate the dinner. The DJ comes on. Great DJ. Dancing, having fun.
Full jacket dancing,
It's
huh?
Yes, full jacket dancing.
Not
It's like
too sweaty?
10:30, 10:45, and we're like, let's go home. Like, that was really fun. We're going to go to bed. We go walk out to the car. The car doesn't automatically unlock. That's weird. What's going on there? Leeman puts his hand in his front pocket. Key is gone.
Uh-oh.
No key. We go back into the wedding. Tell the staff. We tell everyone there.
Did you Irish goodbye on the way out
Yes.
the first time?
We were so excited to go home and not say bye to anyone. We didn't say bye
My
to the
favorite
bride and
thing.
groom.
I
We
call
just
it
bounced.
an Israeli goodbye now.
It was.
That's
it
my name,
was.
Israel.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, my God.
Same.
This show took a turn.
We went back in. We started looking for the key on the dance floor. Couldn't find it. We looked at our table. We couldn't find it. Spent like an hour looking for the key. The staff was like, if you wait until the wedding's over at 1 a.m. when we turn the lights on, I'm sure we'll find it. And we looked at each other and we were like, we're not staying.
We don't
until
want to say
1 a.m.
goodbye to anybody.
So we had to get an Uber home and we left the car there. We abandoned the car.
Really?
And the search for the key. At 1:30, someone from the hotel called us and said they found it on
Where-
the dance floor.
It was in the middle of the dance
It was
floor?
somewhere. We never found out where it was, but the key somehow jumped out of his pocket because he had the jacket on while he was dancing. And this was Leeman going like, it was like a 5 out of 10 dance night. It wasn't even a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Well, that would
was-
explain
Now-
the jacket being on, because let's go
Correct.
back to that quickly. Why not take up, was it a fire jacket? Or, here's my other theory, is Leeman one of those guys, love Leeman, one of those guys that needs the clothes to help enhance the dance moves, right? Like if you're using your jacket.
A little grab.
Hold on to the edge of the
Yeah,
jacket.
you see, you can't,
So-
you're naked with your jacket off. You have to be able to dance.
So
want a
that's
jacket off.
me. I'm the person that needs the clothes. This wedding was handing out shawls as like the little like party favor. You know, some weddings they have like the little flip flops for
dancing.
women. This one they had the shawl. So I was like swinging my shawl around and stuff. Leeman doesn't need props. He's just a good dancer, period. But he didn't take the jacket off. And the key, I swear to God, the key must have just jumped out. Because I never saw it. Like, no one saw it. It just, boop,
I mean, if
it
we're
jumped out.
starting the show on Pocket Talk, I've got a traumatic similar story, but, let me know when we want to get
Well,
there.
I don't understand. This is a good DJ, but it was a 5 out of 10 dancing night for Leeman. What happened?
Well, it was like our friends, but we didn't know anyone other than our friends. So we were very, very, yeah.
No.
Well,
That's the
it's a
best
good
time.
place to,
No.
like,
If you only know a few people, you gotta tone it down a little.
Here's the thing. Like, Leeman's 10 out of 10 is a lot of people's, like, can't fathom going that hard. So, like, a 5 for him is most people's 10.
Where
Just
on
saying.
your scale is starting a conga line? Is that like 10 out of 10, or is that a little lower?
Well, we don't really, I've never been to a wedding with a conga line, but we do, like, the hora, and Leeman is always,
The what?
The, like, da-da-na-na-na-na.
Hava Nagila.
Yeah. Exactly. And Leeman,
is that
Leeman
where
and I lead the charge on that.
Was there a lot of Russian dancing where he like?
He can do that.
See,
I swear to God, this man's
that's
knees.
That's where the keys went out, right there.
yeah,
A
did you
little
think
squat.
back, like, retrospect on the night? Like, what move do we think lost the key?
Honestly, I would love to.
Like, did
love
Shout
to find
play?
out.
Was it in Shout?
There was no Shout. It was all like really, really good.
Shout was on my
music.
Do Not playlist.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No
Band
Shout.
Shout.
It's overdone. It's overdone.
A little bit softer now.
A little bit softer now.
Band. Any what else was on the band list?
I'm trying to think. Shout was definitely on there.
Despacito?
Wobble? No, Despacito was not on there. Are you crazy? That
was a banger. It's
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. I think Wobble was playable. I think that was on the okay list.
Wobble will be on my no playlist if I ever get married because
Oh.
I got an underage drinking ticket once while that song was on and
What?
it scarred me for the rest
You
of
know
my
what else was
life.
on there? Sweet Caroline was on there.
Nice.
That was not
Yeah.
going to happen at
Send
the
that
wedding.
shit back to
Hey,
Boston.
Nope. That was on the
Electric
Do Not
Slide
Play
is
list.
on mine.
Electric Slide is on
Yeah,
the.
I just didn't. I wanted to have one at the most songs where they tell you how to dance. I wanted the people who knew how to dance and actually wanted to get out on the dance floor to go do their thing.
I kept my jacket on the entire time, like at my wedding reception, and I think I kept the bow tie on also. Even at the bar after, like I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna look sloppy tonight. I was a sweaty, sloppy disaster, but I
Went
was like,
to
I'm
the
not gonna
bar?
look bad. Yeah, the bar.
Me too.
Yeah.
After my wedding reception.
And I took all of the like light up like foam like sticks that we had. We just handed them out. We walked into the bar with a garbage bag full of those like light up things and just handed them out to patrons. Yeah, it's a fun night at the bar.
The bar is always great after a wedding because you can just walk right over.
Yeah.
We get married at the same place.
Did we marry each other?
Izzy,
Definitely need to go to a wedding with Chris Cody.
Izzy, question. Electric Slide, the song is banned, not the dance.
No, the dance is okay.
The dance
if
is
you
okay.
can figure out that dance to another song, go for it.
Okay, so you remember the infamous all-employee meeting, all-talent meeting at ESPN, the one right before the world ended for us?
Oh, yeah, I remember it. I remember when John Skipper came to me and said, I'm really looking forward to where your career goes.
Dude, man.
I do believe you will have a nice long career.
The
here.
number of things that happened
Then we
in the
weren't
weeks
working together
leading
anymore.
up to that was just like, oh, man. Like, it's
Israel?
It's really about to take off. And then everything changed 5 days later. But did you go to the karaoke? You weren't there?
I did not.
Oh,
I
man.
did not.
This was like, it was
Nobody
a
invited
legendary
me,
night.
but I did not.
It was a legendary night, man. Look, if Gojo found a way to the black karaoke party, then...
I'd heard about it. I'd heard a lot about it. Did not go.
But one of the things that happened was for karaoke, I did Cameo Candy, and impromptu, the entire bar starts doing the Electric Slide. I've never felt more...
It's electric.
Oh, my God, it was incredible. Dun, dun, dun,
We
dun,
have
dun,
to
dun.
have a show field trip to that karaoke room where it's like just 20 people and 4 mics and you just kind of go.
You know what I don't like about those places? Is oftentimes the mic they give you has a stupid-ass reverb on it. They don't give you a regular mic. Am I right, Lucy?
Very picky you
Yes,
are.
these were very popular in LA, and we used to go all the time. And they do a good job of soundproofing. Like in between songs, you can hear the other room, but it always has that little echo.
I don't like the reverb. I want the pure microphone sound. That's why I like karaoke places where it's general public. You got people, and you got to perform to people who don't know you.
Yeah, don't assume that I need the microphone to fix my vocals.
Yeah.
Just let me either perform as well as confidently as I can,
Entertain
or
them.
let me bomb and have everybody sort of look the other way, and I can't wait till this song's over. That's the worst feeling, is when you hear your voice for the first time and recognize, ooh, that's not what I remember sounding like.
It's the worst part is when you have a song that you think you can do, and you realize you
Didn't
can't.
work. Yeah, it didn't work.
That's
that way.
terrible.
What
Have
was
you? Sorry. Have you guys ever left a karaoke bar because someone's song choice was so bad?
Oh my God.
The song choice,
Yes.
not the song execution.
Both.
Okay.
I've never left because of execution, but I've left because of choice.
I've left because of choice.
Yes.
Someone
Someone at a karaoke bar we went to decided to play a 10-minute Taylor Swift song. You should never be allowed. Yeah, 10 minutes
Sorry about
all
that.
too well. Absolutely miserable. You don't get to hold me hostage for 10 minutes.
Purple Rain. Someone's tried to do the same thing. It's like, this song is too long. You can't do that. That's illegal.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way up to, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Batard. Batard. That's shopify.com/Batard, Batard, now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Batard.
Dan Le Batard.
He seems like a not nice guy, and he's always been a not nice guy. I don't care for him, and I hope he has the day he deserves.
Stugotz.
I hope he has the day he deserves.
That's how I get people when they're really mean to me. I'm not like, go F yourself. I'm like, I hope you have the day you deserve.
It's a
I think
great
it's so
kind.
much
It's a
like,
great kind
it twists the
insult.
knife.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It's leaving it to the cosmos to sort it out.
That's a less southern, bless your heart.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I have a good karaoke story about Charlotte for Amin. On my 25th birthday, Charlotte and Leeman and Priya and I, all my besties, we went out.
My friend Priya.
Leeman and I weren't even dating yet. We went out to a karaoke bar. And we were having so much fun, and they came out and they were like, okay, we're starting karaoke. The only rule is no good singers. And we were like, haha, that's great. Like, we all suck at singing. So Charlotte was like, I'm going to go first. And she went up and she sang a Cher song. And like, she's very normal at karaoke. It wasn't like particularly terrible, but like she's not
average.
She's not belting
I
it.
was hoping that you were going to say, then she would say, I'm terrible. And then she picked up the mic. It sounded like a mixture of Fergie and Jesus.
Well, so Charlotte goes up and sings Cher, and we're all like, having a good
Do
time.
you believe in love?
No, I think it was Turn Back Time.
If I could turn back.
Is that a Cher song?
If I could turn back time.
I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Okay, it is.
Judges?
So,
Yep.
so then Charlotte sits down, and the next person goes up and is the greatest singer I've ever heard in my life. And we were like, whoa, okay, we thought there was no good singers here. And then the third person goes up, just kills it, so good. And then we realized we were at karaoke for like off-Broadway singers. Yeah. And so Charlotte went up there and had no idea and just like sang her song to all these professional singers. This man goes up and sings New York, New York, and literally he sounds like Frank Sinatra. We were all just sitting there like sinking into our chairs.
So, did any of you all go up?
I went up.
Okay, I was about to say, you
went
guys
up.
should have all been like, let's go somewhere else.
I went up, and then Charlotte and I went up together again. We were by far the absolute worst singers these people have ever heard. But it was so much fun.
I've been to karaoke in L.A. off Hollywood Boulevard. Never again. Because it was like everyone who's like looking to get signed. And I'm like, hey, go find a cover band or some shit, man. This here, this is for us. This isn't for you people.
I did that one time in LA, and I had the exact same experience, and it happened immediately when I realized, oh, they'll let you do any song. And then I saw a white dude go up, and I heard Snoop Dogg. I heard Gin and Juice come on, and I didn't even remember the lyrics right away. I said, nope, not here for this. I'm out of here.
I was really feeling it.
Yeah, sorry.
Chris
It was Chris.
today.
LeBron re-signed back to karaoke.
Oh.
When I go to karaoke bars, I always get hammered. I get so drunk, and I will go up to every singer after they're done and be like, "You are the best I've ever heard. You should really try to do this professionally." And they're like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "It was the voice of an angel. You are so amazing."
There's one song that, depending on how much I drink, I'm either out of there based on the song choice, or I'm singing it loud as anybody, and it's American Pie, Don McClay. Get out of here if I'm not drunk yet, and you're picking that in a karaoke bar because it's sad, it's depressing, nobody wants to hear that. But get me drunk, I'm yelling louder. I'm getting close to the mic with the guy and trying to sing it just as loud as he does.
Have you guys gone to a bar that has a cover band taking requests from the crowd? Right. You know what cover bands hate covering? Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Oh,
so
my
anytime God. I'm at a place, I'll yell Freebird. They're like, "Buddy, we're not playing Freebird. Stop yelling it."
It's like people keep requesting Wonderwall.
It's like in Wayne's World where they're like, "No Stairway to Heaven" at the guitar store.
You know what? I've never seen Wayne's World. Saw Wayne's World too.
Wow. Welcome to Aurora, Illinois. Not just a place, but a state of mind.
Swing. It's one of those things. It's like I've never seen any Fast and Furious movie other than Tokyo Drift. It's the only one I saw.
Huh.
It's just a blind.
You're
spot.
wacky.
No, it's just a blind spot. I don't know. Like I've never felt the need to watch any of the other. I watched it when it came out. That's why I watched it. And the reason I watched it when it came out was because I accidentally walked on the set.
What?
Huh?
Of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, you told you were like in Cleveland.
I was
for an
walking
All-Star
downtown.
game.
No, that was the other Fast and Furious movie. I refused to watch that one.
Wait,
But,
so you were in another Fast and Furious
Yes.
movie that you refused to watch?
I've been
Stumbled upon
Hold on a
two
second.
Fast and Furious.
Were you in Tokyo for Tokyo Drift?
shot in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay. All right.
a
Hold
SAG
on a
card?
second. Exactly
Should.
right.
I feel like I could say that about most movies.
You're an extra in 2 Fast and Furious movies, according to you.
Wouldn't call myself an extra because I wasn't on. Both times they yelled at me to get out of the shot. So
Well, were you walking through the street? Like, maybe
Yeah.
they're telling you so you don't get hit by a car.
no, I was walking down the sidewalk and they're like, "You're in the shot." I'm like, "Shot what?" And I was wondering why.
Hold on a second. So you're walking around and like fake cowboy Brian, whatever his name is, in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is there, like the replacement for Paul, whatever his name is. Paul Walker, yeah.
Oh,
so
Jeep.
you're walking through and fake Paul Walker is like spitting lines and you're like walking through the shot and like, can you please move?
No, it was first of all, it was downtown LA, and they replaced all the street signs with Japanese signs, and I thought that was kind of weird. But I said maybe I'm in Japantown or whatever. So I just kept walking, and then like
I don't think it's called Japantown.
Little
No, it
Tokyo, whatever.
I call him Paul whatever, so.
There you go. And then like the cars come around the corner.
Rest in power.
And they're drifting and stuff, and then like cut. I'm like, oh, they like get out the shot. I'm like, well, you should have had someone stopping foot traffic. Then again, like 10 years later, or however many years later, I'm walking through downtown Cleveland, and I saw an NYPD squad car, and I was like, you look at these guys using up taxpayer money to come out to the NBA Finals, and you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. And then I walk a couple more blocks, and it's like a massive pileup. I'm talking about like 14 cars on top of each other, and like there was a NYPD motorcycle at the top, and it was on its side, and its lights was going, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst accident ever. I need to call 911, and I'm like, why isn't it? Have they already come? What's going on? And then someone said, you're in the shot. I'm like, oh, again?
So Amin is effectively that guy or girl that you see at every NBA halftime with Mike Breen and Doris Burke right in between them. But you're like, oh, wow, I'm on TV. Look at that as they go by. That's Amin, except the Hollywood version of that.
And not knowing that there was a camera. So, like, I'm picking my nose or something.
I think that's the one that they just had cars somehow like launching out of the size of parking garages.
Yes.
I can't imagine how traumatic that must have been if you walked by at that moment where cars are just flying out of parking garages.
Okay, when we used to work at the Clevelander, I was walking one day from the Clevelander to like Alton Road, and all of a sudden I heard gunshots next to me, and I literally jumped like 10 feet in the air and like ducked. And the Miami police, I jumped. And then I ducked.
You jumped 10 feet in the air while ducking.
That's impressive.
It was terrifying. It was like right next to me, and I turned, and the Miami Police Department was doing a demonstration for little kids like next to me, and they didn't even have the sidewalk marked off, and I was like, seriously, like
a demonstration.
Yes, they were like shooting at each other. I swear
Blanks,
to
of
God,
course, blanks.
It was terrifying. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized it was fake, and I was like, why did they not close the sidewalk? It was terrifying. Like, it fucked me up for days.
I thought you were going to say Bad Boys like for Life was being filmed.
I would like to recreate Jess jumping 10 feet in the air and ducking
I was Simone Biles.
simultaneously.
I was 12 feet in the air, upside down. Like, it scared the shit out of me. It was right next to me.
Like an armadillo. It's just one little ball in the sky.
Sonic the Hedgehog? What was she?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what fell out of your pocket?
My phone when I sat down. It just literally happened moments before we went on air.
You don't have this problem. I am having my keys, the shorts, like these Fabletic shorts that I have, like all the shorts I have nowadays, falling. Like I can't get out of my car without my keys being in my seat.
I want you to look at the engraving on my AirPods. AirPods.
Does it say Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese or WNBA All-Stars?
No,
that's the other one.
Close.
They're
It
on the way.
says, Izzy, don't lose me. And it has hearts on either side because, of course, the AirPods have feelings.
Yes, of course. These are the fourth pair of iPods that I have owned. I've lost the case one time. I've lost a left
single,
one.
yeah.
I've lost a right one. And then I bought JBLs just because I was like, let me just change my luck. And then I lost the right one of those. And so these came with a lovely message. Every single time it has been from falling out of my pocket. I'll put one in there and put...
Anti-zipper guy over here.
But some of those were with zippered pockets. I just didn't zip
That's
it up.
crazy.
I didn't zip it up. I didn't zip it up. You know, you just sit down, you don't zip up your pockets, all of a sudden, whoops, something falls out.
Just put it on a keychain. And
But
it's
then you
nice because when I
Well, I'm a
lose my
janitor.
keys, I can track my AirPods, and then I find my keys.
We're moving away from those, right? Like, aren't we having a movement to go back to like wired headphones?
I only
I
wear
see a
wired.
I
lot
wear
of people do
wired.
that.
I-
Why?
Well, not all the time, but like if I'm on a flight, I might, or if I'm just doing something where I don't need to have my phone somewhere else. It's just, I don't know.
You
it's
can
just
fall
easier.
asleep without fear of it falling out of your ear.
Yeah, but the radiation.
They don't run out of battery.
situation,
I saw a
think,
video
is
that
I'm a little
Tony,
worried about it.
you're gonna like. I saw
I've
this
seen
video.
it. That's why I don't wear them.
You've seen radiation?
No, I've seen them use like a radiation like monitor, and they go over the AirPods and like. And
I
I'm like,
saw this
"Ugh."
video you're gonna like. I saw it as like a chiropractor or a doctor of some sort, and he had a guy and he was stretching his neck while wearing his smartwatch. I'm not gonna say the name so I don't get sued. So he's wearing his smartwatch with an Apple on it, and he starts twisting his neck, and it can only go yay far. And then he takes it off, and the guy's neck almost did a full circle. Wow. It moved so much; it went like all the way down here, and it was down by like his chest because he took off the smartwatch.
What does that tell you?
He said there was some sort of electromagnetic something on that watch that stops his neck from moving.
Tony.
And I thought of you immediately.
EMFs?
Tony, you afraid of radiation?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, let me tell you a little story about a guy who was exposed to radiation and became the most powerful being ever. His name is Bruce Banner. Don't talk to me about radiation.
Feels like a different kind of radiation. Though.
I don't know. It's all radiation.
Gamma rays and whatnot.
They're all raised. There's radiation.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike Ryan, and as you know, I've been telling you on the air about the Game Time app. It is where I go exclusively for the secondary ticket market, and I've been there a lot this summer between the hockey playoffs and summer concert season. I've been spending a fair chunk of my time on this app. Why, though? Because I know they got the low price guarantee. I know that when I open up the Game Time app, this is the premier place for value in the secondary ticket market. I get all-in pricing, just a little touch of a tab up on the top right of my app, and I get no surprises at checkout. Zone deals, flash deals. I made an impulse buy for Game 7 of the NHL Final, and I absolutely loved it. I'm a world champion. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, so why don't you take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time? Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DAN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DAN for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Dan Le Batard.
You getting started on the breakfast flan?
Oh man, I've been singing a song to myself all morning long. Breakfast flan. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Stugotz.
Have you never heard the breakfast flan song?
No, hit me with it.
Okay. I wish I had some breakfast flan. Breakfast flan. Where can I find a breakfast like that?
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
So, Izzy, it was a nice, couple of weeks, maybe a week, where we were hearing, LeBron's going to take less so they can have that full mid-level and all the trappings under the aprons and everything. And the Lakers are going to be able to do big moves, go get big names, and then everybody signed somewhere else within the first 48 hours.
Was that just for Klay Thompson, supposedly? Or was that for anybody? Because he obviously went ahead and took the extension, which is the news you're talking about, without taking a discount a day or two after Klay Thompson commits to the Mavs.
Klay Thompson was one of the names. Jonas Valanciunas was one of the names. And I think the third name was DeMar DeRozan, who's still available, but I guess LeBron said, nah, never mind.
What did you guys think of Michael Thompson going on with Frank Isola and saying, hey, don't congratulate me. I wanted Klay to be a Laker.
Oh, no, that's the most authentic Michael Thompson. That's how he is. He's always super blunt about things like that, and specifically wanting Klay to be a Laker. Like, as long as he's a Warrior, he's like, it's great, but he's like, I hope when he's done playing for the Warriors, he plays for the Lakers. He's said that for years.
I feel like I'd be like, Dad, come on, please, don't do this.
Well, you think it's like a distraction? People in Dallas are going to be like, oh,
just be like, can you support me like a little bit instead of coming out?
I'm going to tell you something. Michael Thompson is very much the immigrant father. It's like 100%. He still treats Klay like Klay's a kid, like his kid, like a child in his house. Klay, if you guys remember this, Izzy? His first couple of years, his salary went to his parents and they gave him allowance.
I did not actually know that.
Oh man, that was one of my favorite Klay stories. Like
at what age?
Like his rookie year, at least.
Yeah, and he spent 3 years in school? Right?
Yeah.
So he was 21.
He was 21, but he was getting allowance.
He is he's the most unique NBA personality outside of like the Dennis Rodmans, just kind of like within a couple of lanes, I think, that I've ever experienced. But it's interesting to me that LeBron, because it was 2010 was the last time he took a discount, right? He said when he left, he's going to take the max forever. He's never taken a discount again. And he was going to do this just for a maybe of a Klay. None of those names that you said, oh, that's going to push them over the top for a championship. So it would have been it was an interesting conversation when I saw it.
For LeBron, I guess he felt like those were names that were worth taking the discount for. The discount is a little different. Back in 2010, it was just so they could have enough money to pay, I believe, Mike Miller and Udonis Haslem. Which, again, I could see why he was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
Right. That was Dwayne Wade supposedly convincing them all to do that.
This is different, right? This wasn't about having enough money to pay someone. It's about the Lakers being at a payroll where things are not taken away from them, because now the new collective bargaining agreement, the higher you go with your payroll, you begin to lose the ability to do certain things like engaging in any sort of sign and trade. Like, and if you keep going and going, you go to where the Clippers were headed, which is draft picks are frozen. You saw the Knicks having issues, or still having kind of a question mark how that Mikal Bridges deal is going to ultimately get done, because if they accept more money than they put out, then they're going to be hard capped at the first apron. So there's all these things now. It's less about players, hey, leave a little money so that we can pay so-and-so, or so that the franchise isn't paying a crazy luxury tax, and more about, hey, do you want better players? The only way we can acquire them is if we have these tools available.
So, this has always sort of bugged me a little bit with LeBron, especially on the back end of his career, where we are now. The idea of, if you're going to even suggest I'll take a small discount, why not go all in? And I understand, like, financially, it doesn't make any sense to give up millions, and anybody will tell you it's an idiotic decision. But are you not making more on the back end if you do create a super team, get all this attention again, win another championship, and then, after that, you can probably quantify it different ways, but making that money back. Why not just take a full discount, make a $5 million a year type of deal?
I think for players, because the idea is that your window of earning is so finite. And I know LeBron kind of flies in the face of that.
Exactly.
But for everybody else, it's like, dude, I have this much time to make as much money as possible for the rest of my life, my children's lives, and hopefully my children's lives.
But I'm talking about this one guy.
This one guy, maybe. But also he feels like he sets a standard, I think.
Is it kind of like when Tom Brady was like, oh, what if you just give Tom Brady like $1.2 million or like whatever the league minimum is? But doesn't that mess up with the CBA?
The Players Association doesn't like it for sure. They're like, your
best player's taking nothing.
Yeah, but it's different in basketball, because in football, if the best quarterback in the league signs at a number, that's the standard, right? Whereas in basketball, we have an actual maximum salary. So just because LeBron takes less than max doesn't mean anyone else has the negotiation privilege to say, okay,
LeBron sort of set his own precedent in so many different things, right? The homegrown guy, he just won his championships elsewhere and came back and now doing it with a third team, right? Nobody ever did that. Nobody did like the big three thing the way he did it in particular. Nobody did hey, I'm now playing with my son. Nobody's manipulated the NBA for his benefit more than anybody than LeBron James. And so you are the unique one. You are the one whose earning potential is never going to end. It's not going to end after your playing career is over. You're the only one who's in that conversation with Michael Jordan where another championship might do it for you. Another two, if you're really good with this, might absolutely do it for you. You are the only, like maybe Victor Wembanyama in 15 years might be able to pull off something like this and justify it, but LeBron would be the only person where even if I'm the Players Association, I'm just like, you know what? That's a good move. I'm not mad at that.
Technically, Tim Duncan did it in San Antonio. Dirk did it in Dallas. Kevin Garnett did it in Boston. But those were all, well, I guess he's old too. They were all in this stage. So I don't know. And also, I think that was more about keeping their own guys and getting fresh guys, which is what LeBron was trying to do. One of the guys that has been linked, obviously, is DeMar DeRozan, who is an LA native. But DeMar DeRozan has other ties. Chris, do you want to bring us up to date?
Barry Jackson in these streets saying the Heat are interested and that DeMar has interest.
I mean, it's a nice fit, man. Again, what we talked about yesterday, Izzy, was the idea that Miami, for whatever they've achieved over the last few years, the one constant is they've been awful offensively. In the half court, awful offensively overall. They just don't generate points easily because they don't have a guy that, if you guys remember 2 years ago when I said Boston is clearly more talented than Miami. Miami just has to win by execution. And Will Manso and the rest of the rabble-rousers on the internet said, what? How can you say they're more talented? I said, dude, because they can run their plays, mess up their plays, and still have a guy say, I got it. And you can't. Miami does not have that. And so DeMar DeRozan kind of provides something like that, no?
He also plays.
Got it. Is that interest? Is that important?
I'm saying like Jimmy misses games. DeMar, I believe, played like 70-something games last year. I think that those two things, like a bucket getter and just being there, I think it's a perfect fit.
Don't you think they fill kind of the same role, Jimmy and DeMar, when they're kind of on the floor at the same time? You don't want a guy who is going to be a lead scorer for you, also do the exact same things that your other lead scorer does?
So a couple things on that front to me. And it's funny because I'm making this comparison to like a Tyler Hero. Because when Tyler lines up against somebody, you're like, man, I hope this works out. When DeMar does it, I just look at the defender because that defender's in hell. It is so difficult to defend that guy in the mid-range. It is way different than a defender looks at Jimmy Butler, maybe not Drew Holiday. Jimmy Butler, when he's lining you up, he's like, oh, if I play good defense, I'm probably going to stop this guy. Maybe he'll get a phantom call. DeMar is so skilled in the individual, in the one-on-one, in the mid-range, at drawing fouls. He's the type of guy that puts 10 eyes on the ball at all times, and then if he makes the right pass. I actually think, and this is not just because he shot 41% from three last year, Jimmy Butler, I think you can give him more responsibilities in the half court, DeMar DeRozan, and let Jimmy play off the ball. Because, there's a lot of people saying they're kind of very similar, yada, yada, like Tony just said. But I do believe that if you give DeMar the responsibilities on the Heat in the half court set, way more potential for success per play than with Jimmy.
I think I agree. And by the way, Jimmy, this is what Jimmy wants. He doesn't want to have the ball in his hand. He's even in the 60 some odd games that he plays. How many games do we see where it's like Jimmy's doing this thing to start the game, and it's like, oh, they're losing. Jimmy, you need to save. It's like, fine. And then he goes and he gets like 6 fouls in a row and gets to the free throw line and saves the day, or sometimes doesn't. And so, to me, if anything, he should welcome the lift of the burden off 100%. Of all that by having someone who comes in there. And DeMar's like, he's not, sometimes you get a guy who does those things skill-wise and production-wise, but it's kind of a son of a bitch in his attitude. DeMar's a nice guy, man. He's a great teammate. Everyone loves playing with him. Everyone respects him.
Drake thinks that.
Who?
Drake. Are they on the outs right now? He was at the Kendrick thing.
Hey, man, look, let me tell you something. That dude, you know where DeMar's from? He's from the thick of it.
From L.A.
Not just L.A. He's like the thick of that stuff. Yeah,
Drake wasn't surprised to see him there.
No way. Look, if I was Drake,
the internet was like, "Oh, he's boys with Drake."
Dude, if I was Drake, I would have picked up the phone like, "Yeah, you need to be at that concert, man." Like,
Westbrook was the one who was more surprising.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
he's from the
DeMar
thick of it,
DeRozan
too.
is name checked in the song. Like, of course he had to be there. But Russell Westbrook.
I think. Well, no, I think these guys are very LA guys, though. They're very LA guys, right? From quote unquote the thick of it.
I also don't see a lot of Westbrook-Drake connection, right? I see the DeRozan connection, but the Westbrook-Drake one,
I just see Westbrook-Taylor Swift connections, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, this is when Taylor Swift comes out with a West Coast anthem, maybe Russ will be there to lead the charge as well.
Did you see KD with Drake in the picture with the hookah?
No, but like that could have been from anywhere at any time.
I think it's very current.
Drake
there it is right
hookah.
there.
I'm glad you asked this question because I follow Drake. I follow all these guys, celebrities on Instagram. And I go to the comments on Drake's posts a lot because I'm just like, wow, the haters must be going crazy. They filter. There's only certain comments that are allowed. So when you go on Drake's comments, it's just a bunch of slurping and glazing. Like, it's absolutely nothing but positive comments. And I'm just like, wouldn't somebody give him shit for that? Like, why are you so thin-skinned that you don't even just allow the comments to be open?
Well, when you have the wherewithal to have someone whose job it is to curate the comment section, like they just sit there all day long. Oh, new comment. Oh, nope, that's got to be going.
Like, I go to Dwayne Wade's posts whenever he posts something with his daughter, and it's just living hell in the comments. Why? He needs that filter. He needs Drake's person to come change his comments. Drake needs to just go ahead and deal with the hatred.
Can we get that filter too?
Does
I
it
don't
extend
really,
to Reddit?
Do you guys do this? I don't really look at comments a lot of things. I'm not a big comment looker.
Other people's comments?
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Some of the funniest things.
Exactly. This is my algorithm. God bless it. It knows what I'm here for. And as soon as I get into videos of things that I don't follow, it's literally just like someone at their most vulnerable, and then the comment section pops up.
Somebody I saw recently who was doing the Dougie, but doing horribly, speaking of wedding dances, and it was just really stiff, and the guy in the comments said, this person said, instruct me how to Douglas. And I just was laughing for half an hour.
Oh,
Le Maximum.
I watched Perfect Match on Netflix, and as the season would go on, there'd be villains when the couples would break up, and you're like, I don't like this person. And then I'd go to Instagram and be like, I wonder if everyone has gone to their comments and is just crapping all over them on posts. Like, here's a picture of me with my dog, and it's like, you die, I hate you so much. And I'm like, yeah, I love this.
Do you ever watch A, House Hunters International, and then B, find them on Instagram and see if they still live where they house hunted?
What I love about House Hunters International is because unlike House Hunters, they give you the exact part of town where they're at. Because they're like, you'll never go to Sydney. No stalker's going to go there, right?
You're never going to go stalk these people in Thailand. Yeah.
What's the percentage of people who are still living there normally, Jess?
Well, the most recent one I watched, it appeared that they lived in their apartment for 6 months that they found on House Hunters, and then they moved back to the United States.
Nice.
I think if you go on some of those like home makeover shows, like you'll find that the people that had like extreme makeover home edition, whatever, within a couple of years they end up selling the house because the house becomes so valuable that they can't afford it. So then they have to go and sell the house that they had made over for free.
Yeah.
Happy summer, everybody. It's Mike Ryan. As you know, I'm a big fan of Miller Lite. I tell you about it all the time. It's summer, and it is the perfect time to be grilling out there. Whether you're smoking, you're barbecuing, you're using charcoal or propane, please do so with a Miller Lite right next to you, because it is what should be at the center of every backyard event this summer season. Even if you're not doing the grilling, do it with a Miller Lite, because any good time is made better by making it a Miller time. Miller Lite keeps it simple, undebatable quality, tastes as great as your barbecue, and it's the beer that strips away everything you don't need and holds on to what matters most. With a Miller Lite in hand, grilling doesn't just taste great, it tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories per 12 ounces.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.